pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Today's Tuesday, March 26th. Our regular session begins. And board minutes for March 19th, 2024.
I might want to make a little change on this, on that last topic on the timber sales. It doesn't say, I was trying to point out that the start of the whole thing is the discussion, or what we read, that all timber sales have to be approved in DC, and I don't see that in here.
Oh. Okay.
So that was my main point to start the whole thing. And so basically that, in my opinion, that kills.
Yes. So you want that in there? That
I would like to see that in
Yeah.
there. And then also I started talking about the fires, and I'd like to mention that I don't see that in there either, that the health effects was a big concern with them lighting extra acres.
Yep, I am making notes and update it.
you make changes.
Yep, I have notes.
So I'll move we accept the minutes as amended. Second.
Any public comment? Go ahead, Elena.
Thank you, Elena Gagliano, for the record. On the minutes, in the beginning, the people that were in attendance, I'm listed as with the Montanans for Government Oversight. I was not attending representing that. I was attending representing myself. It says Elena Gagliano. So if that could be corrected. And I'll just leave that way. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena. It is corrected. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Correspondence. The date on here by any chance, or I have to change it?
Yeah, I believe I updated the date.
Right here out. Sorry. So first is an email from Ashley Todd. And it is quick information on system updates coming in 2025. Updates that will be coming from the state of Montana. Okay, the next one is from the cabins at Rock Creek. Shelley Marletto, and it's Upper Rock Creek Road, County Road from Kyle Lawrenson Memorial Bridge down to Huffman's Hole. And it is, if we're gonna have any plans for our road to be worked on this summer, it is in unacceptable shape. And I think we can probably discuss this during road.
Just we have to sign it, we'll leave it out, go over it.
Okay. The next one is from the National Prevention Science Coalition. And it is an invitation to join a virtual briefing from 2 to 3:30 Eastern Standard Time on March 27th, 2024. And building infrastructure to implement programs that promote healthy development and prevent behavioral and mental health problems for our youth. Our next correspondence is an email from Mako, and it is a form for each county regarding funding for state-approved substance use disorder, SUD. And the purpose of the form is to designate a SUD treatment and prevention provider. And apparently on this program name, they've got Zenith View LLC, and I don't think we've ever sent to Zenith View. Is this something that the state decides where we're gonna send our alcohol monies to?
That's where you sent it last year. I believe that's
Was-
Star
Did we
Counseling.
send it to Zenith?
Mhm.
Yeah. Where is Zenith, do you know, by
I
any
think
chance?
they're based out of Missoula.
Pardon?
I think they're based out of Missoula and they do this through telehealth, I think.
We used to send it to Anaconda.
There's no longer an office there though,
There
with
isn't?
Western Montana, yeah.
Thank you, Billy.
Mhm.
Okay, that answers my question on that, I was curious. The next. The next is an email, another email from Nico, and it is information on House Bill or Senate Bill 442. And if you guys have gone through it. It looks like we've got the legislature and the justice
I heard to the grapevine that there's very little chance
of them being able to veto it. This is an informational email from me. Another one from Mako. And it's an action request. And it's to reach out directly to your legislatures that the counties do not want to get caught in the crosshairs between the Supreme Court and the legislature.
I think they already are.
And our final is from Brian Ward, grant technician from Gallatin County. And application period has opened for regional juvenile detention grants.
Go through Scott.
Gallatin County will,
No.
I don't think Scott has anything to do with juvenile.
Where do they take their kids at? Don't they take
Go
them
to Anaconda usually. Keith Whirl is our probationary officer.
I think it goes through courts, doesn't it? Okay,
It's all right.
so the first attachment is the individual county service provider budget. It shows FY 25 Montana Board of Crime Control to award amount for your county at the top. So our award amount is $1369. I don't know. The second attachment is the updated interlocal agreement, which includes the bylaws for the Southwest Region's Board of Directors. So this is the application closes on April 29th, 4/29, 24 at noon. So it would be great to have these completed by Monday, April 15th. Please feel free to reach out with any questions. So who fills this out?
Usually our probation officer, Keith Worrell in Anaconda, we just have to touch base with him to see if he needs information from us. Because he does our youth probation and our juveniles. So we need to reach out to him and touch base. Is what we've done in the past.
So do we need to put this on the agenda to visit with the probation officer?
Usually we just call him and then if he needs information from us, we send it and
So this isn't anything that a decision has to be made by the county? It's just information? Well, could you reach out?
I can reach out.
Okay, that's it for correspondence. Is there any public comment on correspondence? Oh, one last thing. The Association Montana Healthcare Trust thanking us for renewing our employee benefits with them for fiscal 25. Okay, any public comment or correspondence? Things none, we'll go right into public comment on matters within the commissioner's jurisdiction. Is there any public comment on matters within the commissioner's jurisdiction?
Just when that guy said he'd go in.
Yeah, if he would, yeah, was planning to try. So. We'll see.
You didn't get his name?
I can't recall, but he's from Danes' office.
Morning.
Warren Blaine?
How's it going?
Hi.
What's new? It's public comment.
We're
Is that-
going to receive a Zoom conversation with what representative?
Dane,
Danes.
Oh, okay.
James's office on our last week's discussion about the,
Fires and,
fire.
Yeah.
yeah, fire policy. But she wasn't able to get on.
who's gonna come in on Zoom,
Oh,
make a
wow.
public comment
Okay.
for us. Because he reached out to Billy yesterday
Okay.
and he was gonna come in on Zoom today to visit with us during public comment.
Short agenda today. Barney Hallen's still working on his report, should have it done here in the near future.
Who's that?
Barney Hallen on his report on the road petition. Yeah, Brownsville. Then we have it on the agenda to set a public hearing.
That list.
The trial yesterday, conviction on all 6 counts. Yeah. Billy went up and watched for a little bit.
I watched the verdict.
Good for you, not for them.
There's always a winner and a loser, right? How's it going? You? Good. A little wintry out there. Do you get snow at your place?
Nice.
So at your place?
A little bit,
Yeah.
not much.
None? Not really our place. Yeah, Mac, I started in Maxville. How come your name got knocked down?
Okay, so let's move into our next agenda item. Weekly report with Road and Bridge Superintendent Paul Alt. He's not with us today. He's at Mackers. So let's start with our solid waste weekly report with Scott.
Okay, so everything's going pretty good. There's people still coming in buying units and asking questions about disposal and things like that. Working with them to work around some of the issues. And also I'm adding, working with Myrna at the Department of Revenue to get assessments updated for new properties that are being built. I mean, some construction, and they're lagging quite a ways back. I'm going through all the records that I have and the records that Lynn had. I don't think she was updating properly, so I'm trying to get all those peoples and properties, get their dump assignments on there. So everyone gets to pay their fair share. That kind of, so,
Yeah.
You know,
That's what we want.
even though they might not be dumping, that's part of our. If you have a property or like a mobile home or something, make sure that
It'll be interesting to see, because we've been at this for like a year now. It's been a year. Hello? flow. It'll be interesting to see what kind of revenue has pulled in just from all your hard work and from changing. And to see just what, from years past, what kind of
Yeah.
increase.
One thing he told me, he was using Google Maps now, and so you can see the structures, right? And add them, or,
Well, that's kind of delayed, you know, I think there's some kind of a federal, you know, spying thing, you know, it's delayed, you know, a few months at least, you know, but you can see some constructions where it apparently,
still helpful.
yeah.
Scott,
Hey, another thing you might be able to do, Scott, is you talk to Paul on these new road use for, you know, these guys are filling out a new road use permits for this new ground.
Right.
And they should be coming in, then that way you can tell if a lot of these new buildings
Yeah.
start.
Well,
Like-
what which is better, what I'm using is, Julie Goebel, she appraises all these properties, you know, when anything comes out, so she'll let me know all these things that she's seeing with new construction.
I'm just saying, some of these are out in the woods and that, and they're not showing up yet, she don't know about them, I've talked to her before, and she don't have a clue even where they're at, I'm just saying that some of these road use, they're asking, so you can put in a call, whatever, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, just, work with Paul on that, yeah, that's a good idea.
I got a question on the dump. Been wondering, what do we do with lithium batteries? No, I saw something on news, another dump, something like
what?
lithium batteries.
Currently, we're taking the lithium batteries and putting them in a box with automotive batteries and,
Does everybody know that? 'Cause I didn't know that.
yeah, so your Makita drills, you know, the cordless drills and things, they're nickel or lithium ion, you know.
You're saying, do we need a sign out there?
Hey,
Is
this
that-
is
Yeah.
probably from Senator Dane's office. Granite County Commissioner's Office.
Good morning, this is Paul. How are you guys?
Oh, hi,
today?
Paul. We're good. How are you? We're just
Oh,
talking
good, good.
with Scott about solid waste stuff, so. Do you have any input for your weekly report?
I just had a couple questions I'm getting some, a lot of people questioning about what are we doing with the road at Georgetown Lake? And I don't really have a clear answer to tell them. The way I understand it, we're doing a spring blading on it and then we're done with that road. Is that correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Correct, Paul.
Okay.
I don't know if we need to put it in paper or something, so people start understanding, or if there's a people up there we can tell that the pass the word on, I don't know, you know, it's the Forest Service road. We can tell the Forest Service again, and then we're done.
Maybe we should put something in the paper, saying, hey, we'll blade it this spring and you guys
I think
figure
it'd
out how to take care of it.
And Paul has an answer for it too.
How about Billy and I work on a notice and have it on the agenda next week? That work?
Okay,
Thanks.
we'll get a notice in the paper.
I think the notice should explain that, yeah, it's a Forest Service road
Yeah.
and we weren't able to do the things we wanted to do on it. I don't know how specific, but you guys are wanting, the commission was wanting to do the crosswalk and everything, and
And then that just puts it back, you know, they're gonna have to find a blade and snowplow. I mean, I don't know what else it's, you know, when it starts coming down, it's Forest Service road and they'll have to figure out how to get it.
do we get it from it?
Did you catch that, Paul?
Yeah, I did. I'm just
Okay.
waiting. So I just got, I mean, it's out in the wind already, but I just wanted a definite answer so I could tell them the exact, soon as we're done blading it here in a few weeks, don't call us.
Okay,
What,
Yes, all right.
should we have like a date deadline in that?
No, cause we don't know what the weather Blaine with this snow
Okay.
and that, whenever he can get up there when it dries out enough, they can blade
Spring,
it in. We'll have-
spring blading.
Right, Paul? Isn't that what you said?
Correct, yeah. As soon as it gets good so we can do a decent job of blading it, then we'll, you know, as long as I know what we're doing, because like I say, people are already questioning what's going on. They're hearing it, but, you know,
Yeah.
they need
So-
to know for a fact.
so we should get it get it out there ASAP though, that, okay,
think
what
so.
we're gonna do is so it needs to go in the paper, and how else are we gonna get it out there?
In the county website,
The website and maybe post it.
could be posted up there, Seven
Yeah.
Gables. and-
I've been telling people when I talk to them,
Well, Seven Gables is closed. Lake House.
I think when I get a hold of the fire department, what's his name? Tell him.
Brad?
Brad, yeah.
So we do need to post it up there, I think, don't you agree?
Yeah, I mean,
The
more
notice?
notice to people, the better.
Yeah. And who's gonna get it up there?
Well, we get it filled out now, Paul, we go up.
Okay.
Different spots.
I,
That okay with you, Paul?
It is, and I think it wouldn't hurt to pin it in the post office either.
yeah,
If we could run it a couple of weeks in the newspaper, and then as long as we've done everything we can feel like that we need to do to let people know what's going on,
I think it should be run longer than 2 weeks. I really do. Yeah, I think,
However long you think.
yeah, I think we should do it at least 6 weeks.
how about
I mean,
like,
you're looking at, we're just right now at the end of March, and we got April and the first part of May. Where that's out there, and they can't say they didn't read it because we had it. What do you think? It's just a notice and put it in the legals, or would we wanna put a big,
it's cheaper in the legals, but they won't always do that, won't always put it in there.
they
Yeah.
don't read the legals?
No, the editor won't put them in there
Oh,
unless
they
they're
won't?
actual, yeah, legal.
Oh, they used to
Yeah.
put it in
Yeah.
the legals all the time.
Maybe I can ask them,
Okay,
yeah. Right, I mean, they've told us that not everything they'll put in the legals,
Yeah.
yeah.
What about a sign on Georgetown Lake Road?
Good idea.
there was a sign,
No, put a sign up.
put a sign, do you think we should put a sign on there? Up there, Paul?
Yeah, we could write something and put it up there.
That could be done
Yeah, I
and
think
replace,
that's,
that could be done in place of the Phillipsburg Mail, cause they're all gonna see it then.
And then at the
Yeah.
same-
You're targeting your audience right there.
Yeah,
yeah,
If we had I wonder if they get their mail at outside mail or not,
I don't know. I
I'll
don't know.
have to look, yeah.
yeah.
I don't think we
I don't
can go
know.
through a mailing, that's
I
really
think-
expensive, yeah,
One sign,
Yeah.
everyone up there, if they're gonna be calling, they're gonna be driving by it.
probably coming and going, or put at each end, or what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Notice to the public, that's a really good idea.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Not sure where we can though,
Okay,
you know what I mean?
back to dump real quick. I think the lithium battery should be,
Should they be separated? Is that what you're saying?
well, no, it should be a sign or something. Or let people know on.
That
Well,
they
what
can
to do
take
with
them
them.
out there,
Well, what people do is I've got some batteries when they roll up on the dump site, and I said, yeah, you can put them over here for free of charge, and they don't question. it.
Okay, yeah, I brought them there, but I'm sitting back home wondering what should I do with these things? See,
Oh, so people that don't go to the dump, what do I do? with
well, I go to the
batteries?
dump, but I mean, I'm still wondering,
Yeah,
what to do with the
there is
lithium.
a place for
I
them.
think it just,
how about
Or-
oil from vehicles, is there a place for?
There's a place for that, and it's free. We don't have anything for antifreeze. And it's kind of questionable if they'll accept the hydraulic fluid, those kind of things, but it's motor oil mainly. And they separate it and take care of it. There's a charge for the pickup, but the site.
Any kind of oil goes into the oil bin, and actually, Jeremy Fenler's been picking it up for free. to
Oh, for
burn it,
free?
So,
Okay,
Okay,
so and then what about like computer screens?
so they go into the dump.
They go into the dump?
They get right into the trash. The computer desktop metal boxes, they go into the metal bin, and that's free of charge.
so I think right now, we need to discuss, Marletto's gravel letter. We got a email, Paul, from Shelley Marletto, and they're complaining about that they really need work on their road. So.
yeah, I read it, and I also talked to Shelley before, and like I I told her, it's not up to me. I mean, I gotta have the go ahead to purchase the gravel to put it on the road. And we don't have that yet, so until I get the go ahead to put the gravel on there, I can't. We just blade up what with the material we have, which is pretty sad.
Well,
The road is in pretty dang tough shape.
Well, I think,
once,
just a second, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, once we get the bids in, then we'll know
Yeah.
what the gravel, then
Yeah.
we'll know where to go with it.
So the bids went out for gravel, Paul, and we know that that road is,
Yeah, 10.
and we know that that road is in dire need, and we know that it needs gravel. Yes,
I think I
Right.
want to point out to them, they're talking about 12 miles of road, and I don't think we're gonna get 12 miles of road. There's no way. I mean, there's a whole lot of
We're
road.
never,
And I do take exception to what she said about the East Fork Road here. That was the best, and especially after going through winter with it, that was the best place we could put that asphalt. Because most of the time, it's snow, and that was the reason to put that out there. One of the main reasons was for the snow to blow off, because it raised it up. And the way the wind blows, it blows off, and there's a lot of that snow just blew away. And it wouldn't have blown away down there on Rock Creek, because the wind wouldn't have blown and whatever. And not only that, the East Fork is known for eating up that gravel too. And by putting that asphalt on the East Fork Road, there's what, 2.5, 3 miles or whatever, that doesn't need gravel now. And that gravel can be put other places. And for them to be complaining, because I lived out there, well, that's just too.
so that's a done deal. I don't think I think we've done it. We need to kind of move on from and just slough that off. Paul, is there 12 miles of road that needs gravel?
well, it's 12 miles of road, but there's no way we're ever gonna put gravel on the whole road.
Can
We just need to, do a section of it, and, you know, it'd be good if, just say we took a couple thousand yards of gravel from the gravel pit we have at Middle Fork, and then put another couple thousand on from a different pit. You know, we could get quite a bit done with that. And as far as what she's saying about the East Fork Road is, that saves so much manpower by not having to fight them, the drift where that road is blown in, basically all winter. I understand how they're looking at it, that they could have went on their road because their road is bad, but I don't think they understand the benefit of what happened out there.
Scott, you have something to say?
Now, he kind of said it with, he's gotta look at it, see where it needs it the worst, and
Yeah.
get going on it once this weather breaks and blade it really good, and let's pick where it needs it, and put some gravel on there. We
Yeah.
told him we would, so.
That's just.
Is there anything
I
else,
guess we
Paul?
have- No,
Okay, so we have public comment. Go ahead, Elena.
Thank you. For the record, Elena Gagliano. Trying to follow the conversation is a little difficult, but since there's so much confusion about the road conditions and whose responsibility the roads are, why don't you put it on the agenda so that people know what's going on, rather signs all over the place? Have it on the agenda, invite Forest Service, Road and Bridge, and discussion about the road conditions, Georgetown Lake, wherever that people have problems with the roads. So it's out in the open, it's in a public meeting, and everybody can air their grief, have their questions answered just by putting it on the agenda. And so that may solve the problem. And maybe the same thing with the solid waste, you know, like batteries and all this other stuff, so people know. I'm sorry, I know it's going over, but public comment. Thank you.
As far as the Georgetown Lake Road, we've talked about that. It's been on the agenda many times. And we've talked with the Forest Service, we've talked with the people up there, over and over and over, and that's why we're doing what we're doing.
And we sent letters out, and we talked to
Yeah.
dates. All
So,
that,
I mean,
so-
Okay, so my comment is I don't think we have to defend ourselves on being confused over what's going on with our roads. I think we are getting the knowledge that we need from Paul, and we discuss it when it needs to be discussed. And the question came up with Georgetown Lake, Paul asked it, and we gave him our decision.
Yeah, there was a letter, specific letter to Forest Service. They know, so you're just wanting the public to be clear, and that's where the signage would take care of that question.
I think
Thanks.
during maintenance, public, the decision that we made. Is there anything else, Paul?
No, that's it.
Okay,
one more thing on the letter, they talk about how it only, if it's bladed, it only lasts like a couple of weeks. Well, that's because everybody's driving 60 miles an hour down the damn, you know? I mean, so if we put more gravel on it, how long is that gonna last? A month?
well, it needs more gravel, so we have. to
I know, I need more gravel, but it's still not gonna last, because people drive that road like it was a freeway.
Well, all we can do is show due diligence that we're trying to get the gravel on it. And I think this year, because of the fact that we pretty much knew that that road needed gravel on it, we're putting gravel on it
Right.
and working on it, maintaining.
Just wanna know it's not gonna be the whole 12 miles. We're gonna try to get the worst part of it, but they're gonna blade it. Might have to blade it another extra time, you know, it's just the way it's gonna be
Yeah.
until, I mean, we don't have the money to put 12 miles of gravel.
We'll do the best we can.
And you gotta remember last year,
Okay,
it was just, horrible because of that. The rain, it was relentless last spring. I'm not saying we're not gonna get that this spring, but we have guys to doing everything we can do.
okay. So Paul, one question I want to ask before we end this session with you is, last year, the gravel, the roads we put on, could we get hard copy for us to see what gravel and what roads you put it on, so we can kind of keep track of it? For what you did last year?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then we'll going forward, what we'll do this year and how we can do a circle to try to keep everything as best we can with what monies we have. Thank you, Paul.
Right, you bet.
Okay.
Thanks.
Any other public comment? Okay, being none, we have to move on to our next agenda. Thank you, Scott. We have to move on to our next agenda item, the dam tenders report. The outflow is 6428.81. Is that inflow?
No, that's a level.
Level.
Yeah.
Out. Yeah, okay. So it's what, 8.28 inches below?
What was it last week?
25 they couldn't accept. I thought they said they just open their talk.
What?
It's just open to talk.
Yeah.
Cause I thought Brad, he's on there. I thought last week when we talked, I thought he wasn't agreeable on the 30. And then they didn't, and then they went to.
Yeah, I talked to him
25.
about that, him and Grooms and I, we looked at the creek, and I asked him about that, and he said, Ross didn't agree with it, and they thought we should go to the inflows. That's the way it was, so. What were we down last week?
8.64.
We're going up. At 25, we're going up, so that's about what's coming in as 25.
Yeah, it shows where it's gone up a little bit from, what's that right there? Was it reading?
Sometimes it skips.
So we gotta decide whether we wanna just keep it level now. I guess I'd go for staying at 25 for another week.
I did have some public comment from Ed Simonitz from the lake, who you guys can keep it at 8, around 8.
Keep it what?
Around it. Well, actually, he it said, you guys had said you want to keep it at 7, I was like, well, there was a later email we sent out, you guys said 7 to 8. But I go, that's a working, you know, flexible number depending on snowpack and other conditions. But yeah, his point was to keep it the same, keep it about 8 right now. That's what he'd said.
Brad, do you have a comment?
See Pat's on there too.
Just quick. Last week, I couldn't hear Chuck completely, but basically, I was gonna try to tell you guys what outflows were estimated at in the report, and then you guys voted pretty quick, so I didn't say anything. But yeah, it did go back to the group with Fish, Wildlife, and Parks, and they didn't, as a group, the other folks didn't really agree with staying up higher, so that's why we did the denial. And I mean, it looks like the outflows you have set now. I mean, I at 25, I think it's staying pretty flat. I mean, it's gone up just a little bit, but I think you're looking pretty good for holding holding where you're at. And obviously we'll keep an eye on the SNOTEL sites and inflow data as it comes in, pool elevation, and let you guys know if we see anything where we're concerned. And I'm sure you guys will stay on top of it too.
Yet, so with you saying we voted on it, we haven't.
Oh, he was meeting
discussing
last
We
week.
talked about last
Yeah,
Oh,
last
you
week.
mean last week? Oh, okay, sorry. Pat, did you have anything to add to that?
I don't. Seems like the lake is pretty flat at 25 CFS, up marginally, so staying at 25 seems reasonable.
So,
So that's my motion, stay at 25.
I'll second it.
any public comment? Things none, all in favor?
All right,
Aye.
I just want to mention that we looked at the creek, and if we decide to clean the creek, Brad can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but he thought we could do a little more landscaping of the sides and whatever, but there's about 3 places that probably could be use some work in the creek above the weir. That sound about right, Brad?
Some of the previous work wasn't good. And not that, any of you guys did it, it was years ago. But so we'd want to do it a little different, but I think I think we could work with you in a couple of spots to improve it.
Sounds good.
We gotta decide if we want to do that.
We'll do it ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Say put it on the agenda when you're ready to talk about it.
Paul can talk to Brad, get mine out.
Yeah.
He wasn't there, was he?
Okay, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Should I have to-
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, you've got 5 minutes before our next agenda item.
It's
What's that?
oh, I just read this.
So the next agenda item, a couple minutes early, but I think it's the Great West Passport number 10 that we discussed on projected grant application. And I think this is the specific needs to be signed, passed. Is there a motion to sign this?
I'll make a motion that we go ahead with this DNR grant application.
Yes, sir.
Any public comment? Things none, all in favor?
Alright.
Okay. We go in. Okay, the next agenda item is monthly claims review and decision.
I'll go email out everyone.
Yeah, I think the
But,
sign was a really good idea, posting it.
well, you put that in the paper 6 weeks, a sign is that,
Post it online.
a sign would be less probably, or 2 signs maybe about the same, but I think it's expensive.
I don't think a lot of the residents that have those full Forest Service cabins probably get our paper either.
Yeah, and they're driving by.
Is there association on that?
Homeowners associations, that's what I was thinking. There's multiple homeowners associations at Georgetown
We
Lake.
could send that letter
to
to
their
them,
presidents.
yeah,
I think
There's
whatever
a-
the most, popular one.
like,
So we're not doing the newspaper, we're just doing the notice, the signs on the roads, or we're still doing newspaper, okay.
I think we have to.
oh, you wanted it, okay.
Yeah,
I think we better, Blaine, just that
Alright.
way. I just think it'd be way better.
more notice the better.
Oh, I have his
I wonder why
information.
Robert
Yeah.
Lilly on it, pick up his,
He's in South
Chuck
Carolina.
Soapy is with home, I'm not
He's
sure
not
he's the
here.
president, but he'll give him word.
No, he's
Where I
right.
heard it. I had a walk around, pretty nice looking.
it's brand new.
Yeah, pretty nice car.
What?
That one
And then
time,
there's Eccleston too.
that one that we gave permission Robert Lee
Oh,
to get.
okay.
Pretty nice. Yeah, I heard he's in South Carolina or somewhere.
Out to our
Did you
volunteer
do
fire
any of
service
this?
area people.
That's what I was just gonna, I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
Maybe
And,
they're bored.
I never seen it.
They're bored. and-
Dick Verstrady, is one of them.
Yeah, our,
Yeah,
no, but I have, what is it, Mike Hayes?
yeah,
I
and,
don't have his.
Fred
Yeah,
Ford,
well,
yeah,
I just wanna look at it, it's always-
Yeah, I
Fire
have
chief.
Fred.
I think Dick's still,
I think he's the chair.
yeah, okay.
I
Great
believe.
person.
Thank you.
Where we got on the elevator.
Bid opening
On the second.
yeah. Get some headway. Don't have a heart attack when you
Open them.
Yeah.
Do you know what the bond amount is yet? Have you seen it? I haven't seen it.
So bid bond is 10%, and then the performance bond has to do for the amount of the
Of the
project.
Do you know what those amounts are yet? I think Scott was gonna give a rough estimate.
So, yeah, I haven't seen.
You haven't
that.
seen 'em yet?
Yeah.
It'll be big.
I'll be back.
What?
I'm going upstairs. I'll be back though for the,
Okay,
at least the mold remediation. You want me here for the hazmat deal?
No, 'cause I don't got enough information
Okay, so
yet
we
to
can
move
table
on. I
it.
mean, we can make a decision on the other part of it with the others, but
Okay,
they're getting stuff back there.
okay. Alright. I'll be back at 10:45 then.
okay.
Alright,
Will you
Thanks,
see if the
Blaine.
mold lady is wandering around? I haven't seen
Oh.
her check in. Did you see her
no,
check in
I
anywhere?
haven't. Oh,
I
look,
thought
yeah,
she was gonna be here.
yeah, she said she.
All right, thank you.
Mold or asbestos?
Oh, not
Yeah,
mold,
yeah,
same
that's
lady. Same lady, different stuff.
What is LATCF?
Those are those monies that you guys got, that huge amount, about like $2 million from, that you guys were using as a public safety fund, the leftover funding from it. You guys bought all the office furniture or gave offices,
This
Money
for,
is from it.
must be for the Phillipsburg ambulance,
for their Dodge Durango.
with Veronica Knight. He says lumber for volunteer ambulance.
Oh, is that, how you guys approved for them to upgrade their training room or whatever that was? I'm assuming I don't know, but that would be my assumption.
You don't remember what LATCF is? It's our special mini. So we're all squared away with Joe Radke's mowing. And she will be sending us a more timely invoice when she mows instead of waiting 2 years.
She gave him this, yeah,
I think she was a little confused.
what she thought, yeah.
Is there a motion for the claims?
Make a motion to accept the claims.
Any public comment? Being none, all in favor? Aye. What's the claims?
Why would it, you know? When you
Oh,
split
okay.
like that, it's just, you know,
Too much. Okay, we have 20 minutes until our next agenda item. Claims have been reviewed and approved, so I think we'll go off and take a recess. You coming in?
No, that's why she gave you the email.
Okay, so the agenda item, the next agenda item, we got the email from Ashley, giving us the update for the system upgrades in the treasurer's office. I don't see where we have any more discussion on that.
no.
That's just something that happens and there isn't anything to do about it. Just do what the state tells you.
Especially where she's doing that,
Yeah.
busy and then let it work.
So I guess because it is on the agenda. Refresher is the treasurer's office has been given the go-ahead to print our supplemental tax bills. And he will be busy creating those today. And how is that working? Did we have to make a decision on, we're sending everyone a bill?
No, I think I don't know, whatever it was, she didn't need anything. She has it taken care of.
That's the way I understood
Yeah.
it. Seems to
So-
be doing a really good job.
Yeah.
The current software will be replaced by a new system called CARS. No pun intended, CARS. Motor Vehicle Division Transition, blah, blah, blah. So she will be attending treasurer's school on April 1st. And for the module dedicated to this new program. That is Ashley's update.
Do we compensate Vicky for helping still?
Hmm?
Do we compensate Vicky for helping still? You can't. She's just volunteering.
She must be,
Okay, I was
because
just-
she,
Somebody asked, and I was
Yeah.
just, oh, hell, I don't
No.
know. That's their office, I said. I
well,
don't
if somebody asked, then they're wondering because she'd get in big trouble.
know.
Because she's on PERS now, retirement,
Oh,
so she cannot be for
I
90 days working for
I
anybody.
told him, I said, I think she's just volunteering for help. She's just making sure she.
Yeah,
Cause
No,
it's all
she-
new system. Maybe we should make sure.
that's why we asked Ashley to come in to start earlier, is because we knew that Vicky
That's
could.
what I thought.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Which I did the same thing when I retired. If she needed me, I just came in. No big deal. It's tough. Especially someone that walked in, but she really very knowledgeable and just slid right in there really smoothly. So these are the ones that aren't
They're not in service.
gone.
Yeah, Paul would have to tell us on a couple, but
Those are the ones that Okay. So,
You have a public comment?
go ahead, Elena.
Thank you. It's on the agenda, the update on the system upgrades and when the new tax bills, I thought that's what she was gonna cover. When the tax bills are gonna be mailed out. I've heard information on the news about what are gonna be mailed out for the counties that didn't charge the right number or amount. And so is she not available to give this presentation and to give us an update on when the tax bills are going out and how people, if they already paid, if they didn't pay, what's the story? She's not available to give this. She's on the agenda. I'm asking Treasurer Ashley Todd, she's not available to give this report? She's right next door, isn't she, or is she out today?
Working.
Elena, I'll answer that question for you. It doesn't have anything to do with the supplemental tax bills. She's busy creating those today. It was information on system updates is all she was going to give us information on. She sent us an email. I went over that email, and so that's the end of the conversation.
So basically, she's not available for public comment. Thank you. For the record.
For the record.
No, that's all right. That's only one. Try to say something. Sure. That's the point for you guys.
Okay, 10:30, and our next agenda item is hazmat simulation training. Discussion and decision. Scott, do you have something on
Yeah,
that?
on this, I'm still waiting back to hear, but on the other note, I think we should postpone it like we were talking last time in September, so we can give them guys, get other people an opportunity to see what they can and can't do. And I guess to let that Suzanne know that I just think that we need to, you know, he's gonna get back. He said he would, but he said there's, in the transition of changing from MRL to BNF, there's just a lot going on. So I think it's just best, let's just table it for a couple, 3 weeks or whatever, and then we can do it when we can actually talk to the schools and stuff and see what we gotta do. Get, get everybody on the board. Right now, I mean, we can't, yeah, that's my opinion.
I agree.
Okay, so who are we waiting on?
MR or BNF,
BNF?
they're the ones that taking over MRL. And he's the one I talked to. I talked to at the LEPC meeting, and then I'm gonna talk to the pipeline guy, Yellowstone pipeline guy, and that. We just need to get a little more time and info. Everybody's just trying to get stuff, springs hit, and I
And
just think we need to post.
You're on top of that, are you? Okay, great.
Jackie's helping me too,
Okay.
so.
Okay,
And then I just think we need to tell that other outfit that wanted the 10,000, that we're just gonna pass for now. we need to.
Okay, so we'll table that until you get more information and then you bring it to our attention to get it on the
Yeah,
agenda.
hopefully in a couple weeks or so. I'll find out next week, or I'll know by the end of this, by Thursday. I'll keep seeing when we can get it back on. But on the other note, on the ones that want to charge us $10,000 for doing that, I think we need to bypass that for now.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I don't think we can afford $10,000,
And then it's just,
especially when we can get the same training
yeah,
from BNF, and you're on top of that. Okay, so table this then.
yeah,
We
and
all
I'll get,
agree?
and I'll get a
Okay.
hold of you and Billy, or I'll, maybe next week I'll have something to bring back to the table. If I do, I'll make sure it gets on the agenda.
See where that bridge fell down,
What did?
that bridge?
Oh, yeah, I just seen that this morning. I was watching the news and I seen it. Wow.
Where's that?
I mean, the whole,
Where?
Maryland to DC, Washington.
So it just,
Yeah, a barge hit it, or a container ship hit one support and the whole thing.
Yeah, it's down. It's not good.
People on it.
there were people on it.
It's a busy
Oh, yeah.
bridge.
City.
Not many, till it was early in the morning.
Wow.
Do we need to put this on for next week?
When is it closed?
It closes on Friday. I need to,
So could we put it on for next accepting it and then maybe setting up an interview?
Yep.
I think we gotta get moving. It's already April, June's coming. Is that right?
So when were we gonna start them?
Not till their contract's up, but,
We were gonna do July 1.
you were gonna start them early. That's why DPHHS was giving you money to start them prior to. And I have some other stuff I can talk to you about, not because it concerns the applicant specifically, that I talked to Todd Harwell about in regard to that.
Okay, so
maybe
we'll,
next week we can put a closed session,
Yeah.
accepting this.
well, I'm thinking that we need to probably, why does that have to be in closed session?
There's some
She said-
things I need to talk, I can tell you, but I wouldn't tell you in closed session because they concern the
Oh,
applicant.
I thought you said to close.
Well, yeah, I couldn't tell you in an open session because they concern details of the applicant, and I don't think that would be appropriate.
I just think they put it on next accept it. Well, at the end of this week, we're already, I mean, this is when it closes.
Okay,
but then
so
put
it
on-
closes on Friday.
Yeah.
We need it on the agenda accepting applications. That
Yeah.
I don't think has to be closed. And then during that time accepting applications, Billy, you said there's things that need to be.
Well, I mean, I could discuss those with you today too.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I can discuss those with you today as well. Yeah, it's in regard to how a start date would potentially line out if.
Okay.
There's details to it, I guess.
Okay, well, that can be discussed with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, that's what I guess I misunderstood. you.
well, I just need to understand. So we need to know when we're gonna do a start date,
Mhm.
blah, 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 and then interview, and we can all discuss that at the same time we accept applications. Okay, is that right? That work? So that I understand? Okay,
Sounds good. leave this over here. I need to tell Janine that building that ice is gonna bust that gutter off over there. See where it's pushing it all the way down there above the.
Yeah.
There's something broke there. I guess it's just gonna snap that whole gutter system.
On the garage.
Yeah, the last door in
Oh,
the
yeah.
garage.
Oh, wow.
See where the water's sitting there freezing up, it just looks like it needs to be pushed back up so the water actually drains off the end, we're supposed to.
Yeah.
I just know that, otherwise that's gonna be all on the ground and we'll be in line with gutters.
She's here.
I looked at
She's here. Earlier. I saw her this morning.
I meant to bring it up this morning, I first got on, I was looking at that collar, and I got see vibrations hanging down. You know, and I'm sure the sheriff was back, I mean, there was a pickup and hell, get it, you know. And getting on a ladder out there behind, that looks like it's back right up to it. Empty or something. Get this warm weather, come break it loose and get back up.
What's that stand for? BNF, Burlington.
BNSF.
Northern.
Burlington Northern. Something freight. Yeah, there's an S in there. What's the S for?
San Francisco. Burlington Northern San Francisco. BNSF.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
I guess no, they're so busy trying to.
Good morning, Linda.
Hello.
Hey, Linda.
Hello, how are you?
Good, you?
Good.
What's all before us? Hey, Linda. Hello, how are you? Good, how are you? Good. What's new? Nothing, I'm just here for the, we're waiting for Blaine, and we've got like 4 minutes before I start agenda. It does concern your office, so. Back to you. I have a phone, and I haven't coughed out my lungs yet, so.
Good.
Okay.
You sick?
They ever get you updated on your computer? Is that the new one?
This is the new one. I did in fact have to wait for a tech to get a hold of me. But it worked out and it was all fine and dandy. It's very nice.
So is today the day you get bids in, or?
No, it was extended a week.
Oh, it
So
was
it'll be,
extended.
Mine is a week just 'cause some of the vendors and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Pretty tough. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a big project. Big project.
How much money do we have to do it?
Have we had it in there? I don't remember how much money we had to do the elevator work?
Oh, I haven't even looked at it. I'll have to go in there and look at it. Yeah, we've got it like,
I thought it was 600
Yeah,
ARPA, so you have the
600.
LATCF and then you supplement with
Yeah,
pill.
we've got 600,000 in ARPA funds, right?
Yeah, and then you had the
Oh,
200,000 in building fund set aside for it too, right?
How much?
I thought there was at least 200,000, but
Is that how much we've been
I
saving?
I think.
don't quote me on that.
Well, the thing is we have to find the money. It's not, we can't say, well, we can't afford it, so thanks for all your hard work, but we're not gonna do it.
Because in 5 years, 10 years,
Yeah.
be astronomical.
Okay, so next agenda item is Granite County Planning Office, mold remediation. Wayne,
So, you know, we've been dealing with ACE on the issues with them getting the drains done. We're trying to get an agreement with them on that. One of the last remaining things is because they were gonna pay for the mold remediation in my office, I believe. So we had the mold tested in Linda's office. They are recommending some remediation. My recommendation is we get it done and then, yeah, work it out with, I mean, regardless who pays it, it needs to get done now and work towards ACE paying that. County has a deductible, I think it's 2,000. So, and I did email everything to that attorney and wait to hear back.
I did need to be fixed. I mean, let's do it, get it right and. work on the rest of it.
Linda can speak for herself, but she was gonna be gone like during the elevator project some, right?
Yes, yeah, and you can't really do it before then, cause you guys got that court trial, and I just don't think that there's time
Yeah.
to do it beforehand, but
It's a civil trial, but there is a big trial coming up in April. Right now, I'd say have like, I got a little air purifier in my office. I think that would handle it for right now, and then,
so there's mold in your office too?
it was remediated, but I have the air purifier just to, and sometimes it does go, it's on auto, sometimes it goes red. And I changed the filters out and there's a lot of,
Where'd you get it? Do we have another one? Or can we
no,
get
it was
another?
just Amazon
Oh,
and they still have them on Amazon.
maybe. maybe you could order one that you know what to get, and at least you know.
Yeah,
Is that right?
that's fine.
And then just go forward and get it done, right? Is that what we're deciding?
Yeah, I mean, we need
Yeah.
it fixed.
Yeah, so what are you saying? We wouldn't do it until they started working on the elevator, or would they go in and remove it? What do they have to
I
do,
don't know.
tear down walls?
No, but they have to have it sealed up, and they have all those machines and whatever, so it does have to be sealed up for a couple of weeks.
I guess my question is, are they gonna fix the ceiling first and then do the remediation?
I think you
The
have
mold
to,
thing?
otherwise we're
Yeah,
kind of
what's the-
defeating our purpose.
That's what I would think, cause I don't know that it's fixed yet up on the roof drain, is it? I don't know, I can't keep track of all that stuff.
They have not fixed the collar there. Yeah, you're saying you're gonna get,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
more
just
in.
get water again, I mean, we're coming
Yeah.
up to the,
Oh, we'll be
So-
double doing it.
yeah,
So might as well
Yeah.
wait until they fix the top and then fix the bottom.
want me to work with Ace, and, cause they've agreed to do that. I mean, if we fight over this other stuff, we might need to have litigation over it, but fix the drain.
Yeah.
Fix that so we don't go up there twice to
Yeah.
do the same
Yeah.
damn thing.
So when it says remediation, does that mean fixing it?
Remediation is just removing the mold, that's,
Okay,
yeah,
so remediation is removing the mold.
yes.
And what do they do? They come in and seal it off and suck it out, or what?
Clean it out.
They spray stuff on it, and then they have blowers on it forever. Yeah, cause my office was 2 weeks that I was out, and they had plastic on the door so no one could get in and out.
One nice thing there, you know, I mean, it's just her off and shut the door or put something across it
Yeah.
so they can't, you know, unless they do, where yours, you know, there's down the front.
So what are we doing? Getting the drain fixed first?
Yes.
yeah, I don't see the point of doing it till you fix the
And
drain.
then getting remediated with the mold?
Yeah.
Before
Dayspring doesn't do the inspections, that Northern Industrial did it, but then Dayspring did the work in my office, did a great
Yeah.
job. And it was reasonably priced. You want to go with them again?
Yeah, cause they know where to come and what to do.
Yeah.
Like the same stuff.
Okay, so the motion is to schedule them to come and do it, and we just need a time when it needs to be done, and work with you when you decide to do it,
After the drain.
after
The drain.
Yeah.
the drains are fixed.
We're talking about like May or June. that
Yeah.
type of thing. And purchase a air purifier that's like
Air purifier.
less than
yeah.
$200, like around $200.
So is it big, the air purifier?
No,
Is it-
just this high, I might.
Okay,
I'd get that right away. That part.
yeah,
Yeah, since the ceiling's been open, I don't really smell it. I can't smell good anyway since I've had COVID. I haven't been able to for a few years. But I could smell the mold when my office just smelled really musty.
And then plus all that damn water, you know, and everything. wrong.
Yeah.
A lot of it's
You
just from
Definitely don't want to breathe that stuff
scales.
in, so
Yeah,
air
smell.
purifier would be good.
okay, so the motion is,
I'll make a motion that we go ahead and fix the roof first, the drains first, and then we'll move ahead with the mold in Linda's office. But we'll go ahead and get
Air purifier.
air
I was gonna
purifier.
say.
Okay, is there
I
any
might
public
need one
comment? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Whew, sorry about that.
Motion
That's
carried.
okay.
Okay,
All
Alright.
right,
You want me to get the same air purifier or tell you
Yeah,
what to get?
no,
Okay,
if you just-
alright.
you since you know, you just get it.
That's why I figure you
Yeah.
get it where you got yours.
I know it's good, that's brand. And then, reaching out to Dayspring to tell them probably May or June.
Yep.
Alright,
Do that?
yeah, you do that. I'll get the air purifier and then I'll talk to Ace about getting the drain color.
okay,
Alright.
great, thank you very much.
Thanks.
All
Yeah.
right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Need me for anything else here? You
I
guys,
don't
there
know,
you
did
guys
you need
done?
to be here for the closed session, do you think? or-
What,
Well, I don't think I told you what that was about. It was kind of a weird last minute thing.
if
last
you want me
week.
here for it.
If you would, please,
Yeah, yes,
if you don't have any pressing,
yep,
okay.
no.
You want me to shut the door?
Well, are we having, is he coming in?
Mm-mm.
No? We're just gonna discuss it?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys, I'm gonna update you guys on it.
So you have a private personnel matter now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go into our closed session, personnel matter. We're back on from our closed session and we're going to adjourn.
Good day, hey, good job.
Thank you.
Have a good day and week, everyone. Thanks.